YouTube Live, how's it going? I just got back from San Diego International Film Festival. It's late night tonight, midnight. I'm exhausted, so, but I got to screen the first premiere episode of DC Universe live action Titans series. So instead of like doing the usual, jump cuts, edits, reading off teleprompter kind of reviews, I'm just gonna give this to you guys straight up one take. Plus, I was just fresh off screening the episode, so I don't want to forget anything. So while I have you right now, might as well just boom, get this out of the way and give it to you guys straight up. This is my review of DC Universe Titans series season 1 episode 1. Let's rock this. Okay, so I have a few notes here. I don't want to go through, too many of them, the bullet points. I mean, but overall, first of all, I just gotta say, it kind of stinks that it's not that DC Universe, this DC new digital streaming service. It doesn't follow Netflix or Amazon format in that it doesn't give you all the episodes boom at once, so you can binge watch it. Obviously it's not bingeable. And obviously, DC Universe is following the format of CBS All Access with their Star Trek Discovery. They release one new episode per week. So to me, it's like that's it's not really you you go to streaming services because you want something different, compared to or as opposed to your usual TV network stuff, which is always weekly, right? Including HBO. Um, so I just don't get. I guess my thoughts is that I don't get the idea of having a streaming service if you can't binge watch the episodes, all of the episodes, all the season. I was looking forward to just like I already plan on setting a time this weekend to just binge watch the whole Titans and then give you my review of that whole season 1. But no, okay, I guess we'll have to do it by episodes on a weekly basis, and that's all right. That's how they're gonna do it. That's fine. I just don't get it, but it's okay. So that's a little side note about the format itself. Okay, so now back to Titan series. By the way, this review will contain spoilers. Okay, I repeat, this video contains spoilers. First off, we see Raven. Through her visions, he sees the past of Dick Grayson's past with the Flying Graysons back in the circus, and we see what happened to Dick Grayson's parents, and then cut to present day, and the city is not Gotham, it's Detroit, and apparently Dick Grayson is a detective that transferred from Gotham, and he's all moody and brooding, and he's all fixated on this one group of criminals that he wants to take down, and he's not easy to get along with. Um, okay, before I move forward, just want to say that this is not Teen Titans. Okay, they might as well call this Young Adult Titans, Young Adult Titans, or not so Teen Titans. Um, and it's kind of funny that um, Brenton Thwaites, the actor who plays Dick Grayson. Now I've met the guy. All right, he's one of the chillest actors ever. I believe he's from Australia, and he was in that movie Maleficent. He played the Prince Charming. So he's a cool dude. But for the show to sell to me like Brent Thwaites can play a uh seasoned detective, police detective who has seen better days, it's kind of funny. Okay, because Brent Thwaites has a very posh, very young look on his face. Okay, he's like he has the potential to become like Paul Rudd, looking very ageless. So so for him to like playing this seasoned detective who has like been haunted by his past and so brooding and so keeps his internal struggle to himself. I'm not buying that right now at this point. It's or at least it cracks me up. Okay, But yeah, they're not Teen Titans. So you definitely remove whatever you had preconceived notion you had about Teen Titans, because this is not teen at all. So let's move forward. Um, as I said, this video contains spoilers. I want to talk a bit about some details. So Raven's mom gets killed by this mysterious person, and then Raven runs away to Detroit, and she encounters Dick Grayson, who by this point uh, has been assigned to a new partner. So we're gonna see more of her hopefully in the subsequent episodes. And we see also Dick Grayson, or AKA Robin, in action. He takes down a group of criminals that he was fixated on taking down, as I said earlier. And so we basically see an extended version of that fight scene that was teased in the trailer. And okay, so what are my thoughts about the fight scenes or the action sequences in this episode? There's a few more involving Starfire, and to sum it up about the fight scenes, I want to say they're very well choreographed, and they highlight the characters' abilities and powers. I mean, bam, they even like show off Starfire's what's that power, the bolt, the fiery bolt that she had, and she actually has the bolt coming out of her eyes too, I think. And they already showcased that. They don't wait for subsequent episodes. So I gotta give them credit for, like, not kind of teasing us with little hints, or the same thing with Robin. Bam, with his weapon, with so for the premiere episode, for not holding back. And oh, Raven Starborn is here, and Raven said I didn't like the Starfire actors who played her. Oh, why is that? Why is that? Let me know what your reason is. So back to what I said about the fight sequences. Fantastic, well done. I don't have any complaints. I think the visual effects, some of them, well, I want to say satisfactory. I don't want to say bad. The visual effects concerning the Beast Boy, I think, could be better when he transformed from tiger to human. But you can only expect so much, I guess, from a TV series. Um, they do their best. So I got no complaints about the fight scenes. I think that's probably one of the highlights of this episode. Um, I always look forward to Teen Titans kicking ass anyway. I'm sorry, Titans, not Teen Titans. Let's see my notes here. Okay. Um, okay, Raven Starborn is here, says she seemed disjointed from the role. Okay, I could see that. I could see that. That's a valid criticism. The actress who plays Starfire, her name is, let me get you here, Anna Diop. Now, I'm not familiar with Anna's previous roles or previous, I guess, acting gigs. I'm familiar with Brenton Thwaites. So there's some of the actors that they've cast in this series that we're gonna be learning as we go along, and I think it's a fair criticism of Anna, just basing it on this first episode. But here's also what I have on my note about her, specifically Starfire, is that um, it again, it's funny how they go with this dude, where's my car, or the hangover plot for her. like she doesn't know that she's from Tamaran, or she's like, who is this guy that was in my car that died on the wheel? Who this? Like, she keeps asking, like, and everybody else around her, like, what, you don't remember? You did this, this. Like, no, don't hurt me. Like, what? Why? Um, so I'm not sure why the show. I okay. It's not that I'm not sure. I totally get. The episode wants to, um, as a context that to build for you guys. They want to hook you to have these mysteries, I guess you could say. So then you can ask questions like, oh, why is Starfire behaving that way, or why is Raven afraid that way, or why is Dick Grayson sometimes could be a quiet, a jerk that way. So there's There's all these things that they're placing throughout the episode that they hope, the writers will hope and the producers will hope, it makes you question or makes you ask like all these questions that so much so it gets you curious enough to want to come back to find out those answers in the subsequent episodes. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. Another point I want to bring up is in my note here. Oh my god, it is so effing dark. Holy crap. I've heard that they were gonna go this route, that they were gonna go dark, but I was not expecting it to be this dark. Like for example, not for example, like it is so dark that I don't remember it having a single humor. You know, when you deal with drama or thriller, sometimes there'd be like one or two points, maybe one or two brief seconds in the film or in the episode where something mildly funny happens. Not this one. Holy crap! It's like it's tense the entire time. I I don't know if that's a good thing though. I don't know if that's a good thing. I totally get that DC wants to be like, hey, we're the dark one. Marvel is the super fun one. I totally get that. But to have it be this constantly throughout the whole thing, just serious, 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 serious. Um, yeah, I think when I was watching it, I felt so heavy. Like, oh my God, there's not even a single what's the word? Some kind of a brief intermission, some kind of brief smart ass comments or whatnot. Maybe it's episode 2, episode 3. We will get that. Raven Someone is here says it's so dark. Christopher Nolan wanted to take notes. No, it's so dark. Okay, the Titans episode tonight was so dark and so like so rigid, so much so that Heath Ledger's the Joker would say, "Why so serious?" Yeah, 'cause that's the thought that came to my head when I was watching it. I was like, "Why is this all so serious? This guy, come on, guy." That's just a tiny note that I have. Um, Overall, just I don't want to go ramble too long here. I think my speculation is, and I think you can agree with me, and it's not really something that's groundbreaking, if you will. But I think season 1 will be focused more, will be centered around, season 1 will be centered around the mystery of Raven. Now, basing it on episode 1 tonight, as I said earlier, there's mystery surrounding Starfire, with the hangover, dude, where's my car thing going on, and then the mystery about Dick Grayson. Maybe you're asking like, "Whoa, what happened to what is this bad blood that he had with Batman?" Because like, why is he hating Batman so much? So that's the mystery. But I think the focus of season 1 will be centered around Raven because those of you, my fellow DC fans, would know. And I'm not an expert on Raven. I'm more of a Superman fan. But if I'm not mistaken, Raven has this struggle where she wrestles because she has this thing that she can be possessed. Remember, she is a daughter of a demon, so I think in the arc in the comic books, she has this struggle where she can be possessed by um, her father's evil energy inside her. So, and I think there's a storyline about evil Raven too. Um, I'm just speculating here, okay? I haven't read the script for the whole season 1 of Titans, but I think there'll be people for maybe facets that try to stop Raven from becoming this evil Raven, and there's facets or factions of people that are gonna be trying to take advantage of that side of her. That they're trying to get her to unleash that to the world, that destructive force. And it'll be Titan's mission whenever they meet up, hopefully in episode 2, to figure that out about Raven. So that's my speculation right now. Overall, I think I'm gonna give this. If you want me to give it a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give tonight's episode one probably a 6. It does its job to set up the context to get you curious enough, and I'm willing to follow it through the rest of the episodes. Raven says, "I hope so," because I was really confused, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you, especially if for those of you out there who may not have grown up a DC fan. I think this series or this episode tonight specifically only caters to those who actually are familiar with the background and the arc of DC. Yeah, so I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if this show will attract non DC fans or non comic book fans, but it definitely will get the DC fans curious enough to follow through the whole season. That's my take at least. All right, that's my review of Titans season 1, episode 1. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so you can get notified. And if you can support my channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this.